There are roughly 1,700 different text acronyms. If I yell out some of the most common ones, you'll yell back to me what it stands for. TBH is what? To be honest. LOL is what? Think about it. Over 1,700 text acronyms. There are 4,000 different emojis. When we communicate, one of our greatest ways of communicating is by text. Within 2 to 3 minutes, over 90% of people will read and respond to a text. And it's even quicker when you think about the relationship. Stay with me, I'm going somewhere with that. That's my spoiler alert on the front end. 1,700 texts, acronyms, 4,000 emotions. We respond based off the relationship. One of the greatest things in life that cause us to fall down if we don't shift our mindset is adversity. Every single person in this room might be going through a storm right now. There might be some people just came out of a storm, and some people say about to enter a storm or right in the middle of a storm. And adversity has the tendency, if we're not careful, to cause us to lay down and not get back up again. To every graduate in this room, when you chose to attend Job Corps, one of the decisions you made is, no matter what adverse environment I'm going through, no matter what I grew up in, no matter what I've been through, what I'm facing in the middle of it, I'm going to make a decision to put belt to adversity. Let me hear you say belt to adversity. There are times in our lives where we cannot wait for something to get better. We have to be on the offensive. We can't be defending and laying down when we get hit by adversity. Resilient people, they do TA in my 2.0 version, belt to adversity. To every graduate in this room, when you're going through a storm and you put belt to adversity, you chose to say, I'm going to get back up. I'm not going to let the negative thoughts overtake me, over me. I'm going to get back up. I'm going to get back in the fight. And graduates, we can't wait to see you stand. When your name is called and you strut across this stage, applause thundering, hands raised, triumphant right in this moment, you are celebrated. Please receive your props and praise because you have waited, and we can't wait to honor you. You who put in the blood, the sweat, the tears. You who went through the highs and lows, the good, the bad, and the normals. You who went through the cheers, the jeers, the peers, the friends, the foes. You who continue to grow. Now look at you. You made it here. To the graduates, listen. Hear the heartfelt sounds of "That's My Baby" when you walk. There are some parents in the room, I don't care how old you are, you will always be their baby. If you're that type of parent or grandparent, let me hear you make some noise. You know you got some babies, they could be 23, 21, 18, it don't matter. They say, "That's my baby." And when you get up and strut across this stage, they're gonna say, "That's my baby." And some of you got some names of affection that they call you, nicknames that you grew up with. So as you're walking across the stage, they'll say, "That's my girl, that's my boy, Ray Ray, Day Day, JJ, CC, Lele, Junior, BJ, Risha, Keisha, DJ, Lily." You know what's up. You got those nicknames, and they're going to call them out because they love you. Don't be embarrassed. Consider it as a way of their saying, "I'm going to encourage you now in your highest moment. I'm going to encourage you in your lowest moment." There are some people in this room, one of the greatest ways to put belt to adversity is being encouragement. Encouragement, by definition, is the very act of someone giving hope, support, inspiration. It is giving courage to someone. And I want to thank every single graduate in this room that people have gave you courage, and you flipped the script and you began to encourage yourself in the middle of the storm. Graduates, you know what's up when you encourage yourself. So as you open your eyes, you might see classmates crying. You might hear babies crying. You might see mamas crying. You might see dads trying not to shed a tear, but those eyes can't lie. Feel it all, turn around and get smacked by multiple flashes of light. Picture this: to your left or right, you might see grandma and grandma beaming, tears streaming. See those dancing, dangling, colorful balloons bouncing with joys. Look at those programs flapping, bringing warm, misty air to a cool face. Pick up your program and you trace your fingers just in case you find your name, and it's normal to feel nervous because someone could have made a mistake or simply forgot to slam that letter and that hyphen in the right place. Think about this. As you sit in this moment and contemplate, some people get teary-eyed because some loved ones couldn't make it to this moment. No more jumping through hoops. Coming up soon, you will hear your name in the applause and screams joyfully stand. It is the leaning of your name over the PA that your Job Corps years are over. Poof. Each step you take across this stage of today is your commencement. The turning of a new page, a new chapter, and you're running after purpose, and you will know when it has been captured. To every graduate who's running after purpose, 3 quick things I'll leave you with and I'll be out your way. In order to be able to overcome adversity, and they all L's, we gotta take it. I gotta listen. Let me hear you say listen. I have to listen to people who have pushed me. I have to listen to myself. I have to listen to my heart. If I'm gonna overcome adversity, I have the tendency to listen. And when I listen, I begin to listen and learn and discern and begin to make moves that will take me to the next level. If I'm gonna beat adversity, I have to listen. I have to have the wherewithal to know that I'm going through a storm and I might need some help. Listen is one of the greatest attributes that we can take. True listeners, the ones who are ear hustling on a whole different level, what they begin to do is be quiet and not be distracted. And as I'm quiet and not distracted, I hear better. And sometimes when we close our eyes, we hear better. When we shut out all the noise, we hear better. There are some things being spoken to you under the sound of my voice right now, graduates. And if you listen, you will begin to go to another level in understanding and maneuver, and your trajectory will take you to another level if you listen on a whole different level. The second L that will beat adversity is to learn. There are 3 different sights when you think about decisions: insight, foresight, and hindsight. Insight, what I have inside of me at this particular moment of my life, has caused me to be able to say, this is what I know based on my experiences, based on what I went through. Foresight is the ability to guess and think ahead. If I do this or do that, this will most likely happen. And the last sight is hindsight. What did I learn after I made a decision? The second L is rooted in hindsight. Every decision that we make has a lesson to it. The great ones we duplicate. The ones that are not so great, we learn from them, and when we're presented with the next level of facts or opinions in front of us, we move differently because we've been through some stuff before. Graduates, let me hear you make some noise if you've been through some stuff before. When you go through some stuff, you make better decisions. And so when I listen, step 1, and I learn, step 2, and my final L is to live. No matter what I'm going through, I gotta live it out. In an adverse moment, I gotta live it out. If I'm gonna go to the next level, and I'm gonna be my authentic self, and I'm gonna take what has been given to me at this particular moment and begin to pivot and shift and go to a higher level of effectiveness, a higher level of the ability to be efficient, I gotta live it out. And as every single person who's breathing in this auditorium begin to live it out, we know one thing for sure: as we live, we begin to learn, and all those L's begin to repeat themselves, and we put it on a repeat cycle. We listen, we learn, we live. We listen, we learn, we live. Graduates, you listen when you answer the call to attend Job Corps. You learned on a whole different level the great things that you have applied with your majors and things of that nature, and you're living it out right now. And as you begin to shift and walk from step to step and glory to glory and elevate, your families will be blessed. You will feel better, and no matter what we go through, as we listen, learn, and live, we will get better and better and better each day. To every single graduate, thank you for being who you are, for standing 10 toes down and taking it to the next level. I pray that you go to the next level. I pray that you begin to duplicate yourself, give back and help others. We are so proud of you. And graduates, when you stand and hear your name and strut across this stage, applause thundering, hands raised, triumphant right in this moment, you are celebrated. Please receive your props and praise because you have waited and we can't wait to honor you. Let's give it up for the graduates. Thank you all.